What's up, guys? It's me back here again, and today we're gonna be doing a couple games. So yay! The word. Okay, so we're gonna be playing the Jiffy game.
Welcome to the Jeffy Game!
I just like doing this a lot.
No, I died!
It's like Mario.
Why are you doing that?
So I didn't even want you. I'm gonna be playing Ultimate Custom right now. That was kind of a short. Hold it up. Close this. Okay, yeah, love it. I'm gonna be playing Ultimate Custom Night. Mm, 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 mm. I just want to see how this works. So it's gonna be one of him. That's it. So gotta go on the cameras. I have to play the game from him. For him, I think. That's how I remember it. Which camera was it? Which camera was it? Camera one. I cannot let him die.
But he could not choose.
Here you go. I'm gonna stop and just put on the Freddy mask. See if what happens. Hey, what's up, Freddy?
He promised them to never leave.
I'm gonna die. I'm new to Ultimate Custom Night, so yeah, so I'm gonna die soon. Mm, mm, mm. Mm, 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 mm.
That game was totally rigged!
That's it. That game was so good. Take this item for your troubles. Toy Freddy. He sits in the constant service room playing Five Nights with Mr. Hugs on his big screen TV. Click the cans on Toy Freddy's monitor. Make sure that the approximate door is closed to prevent Mr. Hugs from jumping scare again. Okay, who am I gonna pick? I'm not picking you because you're a little annoying. You didn't write on nobody. Sticking out your yacht. For the is la la. One let the shrimp fuzz by our 50-20 mode. Got no power-ups. Let's see. Okay, see his purple mouse. How is he so good at that? What just happened? Oh yeah, he didn't play Mr. Huxley. How did he just survive Shadow Bonnie?
I'm ready for my close-up.
Please deposit 5 coins. Thank you for depositing 5 coins.
How could he see? Noise. Ventilation.
Oh, that's me.
Ventilation. You're gonna die. Why did he just do that when his screen was so black? Boy, Freddy is gonna get you. to avoid. Just gotta move your mouse around.
I'm ready for my close-up.
The noise is so loud that the noise bar isn't even up. Oh, I thought that it was just her face, but no.
Say cheese.
Please deposit 5 coins. Thank you for depositing 5 coins.
Five coins. Thank you, Mr. Problem. 5 coins. Believe me. Yay. Grandfather. Believe me. Yay. Oh, grandfather. Oh, grandfather. Rebar. Mango and super and ginger jam. Wait. Somebody said that the Amazing Digital Circus Part 2's out. Let me check it out if it's really there. Checking out your yacht for the Whistler. You're so skibby. It's a phantom text. I just wanna be your Sigma. I mean, I don't want that. I want YouTube. I don't want TikTok. He just went like. Okay, so the Amazing Digital Circus Part 2. Twinkle and Zuko, they lied to me. Hopefully it's like on the second or something. Jingle Stick it, check it out.
Here we go. Kimberly calculated
We'll
from
be
the
reacting
beginning how
to
do I become famous.
Release date of the Amazing Digital Circus.
Episode 2's release date is already being hinted at by Gooseworks and Glitch themselves, and I'm gonna show you. One of the biggest factors into when episode 2 will come out is how much merchandise they sell. You know the Jax and Pomni plushes that they put on the bottom of their videos? They're overpriced, but for good reason. Because of the high markup on them, it allows them to take in more profit, which is then spent on animation rather than just keeping it like some companies do. They even put in the pilot episode's description, help us greenlight a full season limited edition merch, and this makes sense because the animation is ridiculously expensive. And with YouTube paying about half a penny per view, whereas they could make $10 per plushie, this is where they have to make most of their money. Based off of views alone, assuming they make $7 per 1,000 views, they made $1.4 million off of ad revenue at the least. And considering they probably make way more with their merchandise, they have made an insane amount of money and actually already greenlit the full season, and episode 2 is on its way. However, it's still important that people buy merch, because if they continue to sell more merch and get insane amounts of views, they would be way more likely to greenlight a season 2 near the end of season 1 with a much quicker release time. And I say quicker release time also for episode 2 coming out in animation, because they they have to make a whole bunch of different sets inside their animating software. For example, the tent, void, grounds, and character models, they don't ever have to make those sets again because they already did all that work. All that's left is moving around the characters and animating them. And we know that the Amazing Digital Circus's pilot episode was in the works for over a year because obviously they had to start from scratch and make all of their assets. But episode 2 will be way quicker in production. However, Glitch will delay it on purpose. Glitch has to worry about their perception and image as well. If they were to drop their other 2 shows, Murder Drones and their new show, The Gaslight District, in order to fully focus on the digital circus, they would certainly make more money and episodes would come out quicker. However, they refuse to forget their roots and still want to release episodes for their other shows as well. And since Murder Drones season 1 is finishing in May or June, with the Gaslight District releasing a month or so after that, we might actually have to wait until August or September for a release of episode 2 of the circus, even if it was already finished months prior. But I actually have evidence proving the exact opposite, thankfully, and that episode 2 will release in just a few months. The one thing we know about all shows and even video games is that they have to create hype before releasing anything, which is why nearly every episode gets its own trailer in Glitch. But you may be thinking, they haven't released any trailers yet. Well, they actually released a teaser without saying anything. If you remember, in the pilot episode when Pomni goes out into the void by herself, Kane gets an alert on his Wacky Watch and a commercial style banner appears. But if you actually go to its website, thewackywatch.com, you would see a TV that plays a video explaining the digital circus and saying that it's releasing soon, which means this video was up since before the pilot episode and stayed up for 2 whole months. Well, that was until they actually changed it and showed us what the inside of Pomni's room looks like, which gives us some details as to what's going to happen in episode 2 and almost confirms that episode 2 will start getting some trailers soon. As with every show and video game, it's always the teaser that gets dropped first, and shortly after we get an actual full trailer, which means since we're already getting teasers for episode 2, it's only a matter of a month or 2 that we get the trailer, and then a month or 2 after we get the full episode. And one thing we know for
Speaking of teasers, I'm gonna make a teaser on my next computer video in a minute, like in a while, in a minute. So I'm gonna go on stream. Then I'm gonna show the picture of the cover of the new video I'm gonna release soon. Okay.
for sure is that we're only waiting on Glitch's animation team. The showrunner Gooseworks is the one in control of the writing, and she's already written all 8 episodes. As soon as Glitch is able to go full throttle on the digital circus, they can get the episodes out within a month of each other, since the writing is already 100% complete and the voice acting is already well on its way to being complete, and all they have left is animation. But with that, they might actually have to create some more scenes, and I know earlier I said they didn't have to, but this might slow down the process just a bit. Gooseworks was asked if each character will get their own special episode focusing on just them, and she said yes. So when she was asked who episode 2 will focus on, she said that it'll be a character we haven't met yet. But the thing is, if you look back to the concept drawings made way before the pilot's release, we'll see a bunch of different designs for characters, including a version of Pomni that was a guy and a frog. But you'll also see a character with a sock puppet style design, and if we look in the dorm hall when Ragatha, Pomni, and Jax were going to meet up with Kaufmo, you can see the same sock puppet on the door but with an abstracted X. But since we're focusing on a character we haven't met yet and the design of the character is already laid out, it's possible we could get introduced to a character who was once abstracted, which would be insanely cool for the story, but would take some time for animators to learn how to make it walk and talk, as each character has their own way of walking and talking, where Kinger doesn't have legs or a mouth, and yet somehow just using his body language and eyes, he speaks perfectly to the way he moves.
Oh, not really. I think Kaufmo's gone insane. Last time I spoke with him, he was rambling endlessly about some exit. Kinda like you, Pomni. You might be going insane too.
Jax keeps his teeth shut the entire episode, and yet somehow his mouth movements perfectly mimic what he's saying.
They had enough of these things. You, me, and Pomni will go check on Kaufmo.
which leaves Crybaby and Hoo-Ha together to go handle the Zooble situation.
And
No,
for the
he
sock
did.
puppet with no mouth, it would definitely
This guy haven't watched it because his mouth has opened. He has really sharp teeth when he grabbed that that girl's hand, and then like she like squeezed his throat, and then he opened his mouth. But
be
also,
something that the animators would have to learn how to do, which could delay the process if the sock puppet will stay for a few episodes. But Gooseworks did say that episode 2 will focus on a character we haven't met yet, and she probably does remember that she put the sock puppet in the dorm hall, so it could be a brand new character who enters just like Pomni. However, the animation problem still stays the same. But for some extremely good news, we've already gotten a second teaser to episode 2's plot. On Christmas, the Glitch team decided to make a quick photo with all the characters giving each other presents, and in the photo it seems like the characters were all doing Secret Santa, with Zooble fixing Gingle's mask, Kane giving Pomni a gift, Ragatha giving Kinger a pillow, and Jax putting a centipede in Ragatha's present to mess with her, which tells us in episode 2 Kinger will have his pillow fort back, Gangle will be happy again, Ragatha will be extremely mad at Jax, and Pomni might have been given something weird by Kane, which could give us more insight to the lore of the circus. And this second teaser just further hints at the fact that episode 2 will release very soon. But enough yapping, when is episode 2 actually forecasted to release? If they're actually going full speed on it and want to get episode 2 out to capture the hype that they've created, the earliest possible is March, because ads on YouTube in January and sort of February don't pay as much as they normally do, and the animation is ridiculously expensive, so there's no way they upload in the first 2 months of this year. But if they decide to really take their time with it and put equal focus into Murder Drones and the Gaslight District, then we can expect a release date in mid to late 2024, probably closer to October, just like the pilot episode's release, which means a full year. But let me know down in the comments when you think episode 2 is
said that it
releasing.
would
Thanks
take
for watching, subscribe, and click on this video here.
Alright, guys, good video. But it's time for me to goodbye.